CommEO Award session. CommEO Award was a success last year, and it's even more this year because we have received the submissions doubled the last year once. We have received ideas from 10 different countries. Today we will listen to 5 startups, and we will award only 3 of them. And the award is thanks to 3 sponsors: Alter, ESA with the third-party mission program, and VTT. We have received ideas which span from downstream to upstream, so they really cover the entire space value chain, as we see also within Incubed. And please do not go, because the award ceremony will take place at 8 o'clock together with the drinks. So don't leave. And Manuel, that was really behind all this, now will introduce the 5 startups, and they can start the pitch.
Yep. Thank you, Piera. So yeah, now I think is more crowd here in the room. So thank you all for attending. Now we are going to call one by one to the different companies to do their pitch. We'll try to stray in the 5 minutes, 5.5. You will be stopped, so try to be on time. Yeah, so there have been many interesting ideas, as I was saying already, Piera, from upstream to downstream, covering all the span of kind of support activities we also cover in Incube. So it was tough to do a pre-selection of them. So I want to thank also the different members in the board of the evaluation of the different pitches. There were ESA experts, also investors and sponsors involved in it. So yeah, just without taking more time from your side, I want to invite Tafsif, CEO from Kinsoil. So please come to the stage. This is floors. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the first time I'm pitching with microphones like this. Good evening, and pleasure to be here. We are Kinsoil. We decarbonize, or we enable the decarbonization of the agri-food value chains using Earth observation and AI. Why do we do that? The agri-food sector is responsible for 31% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. And of these, nearly 2/3 is scope 3 in nature, meaning that these need to be balanced, removed, or reduced at the farm level. This translates to around 10 billion tons of carbon that needs to be removed at farm level annually in Europe alone. Luckily, agri-food value chains have agricultural soil in their value chains, which is the largest terrestrial carbon sink. And regenerative agricultural practices, collectively known as carbon farming practices, are those practices that lead to increase in carbon stocks in soil. However, there's a bottleneck which prevents this carbon farming being implemented at scale, and that is the monitoring part. Companies are bleeding money, making it unsustainable and unscalable for them in order to harness the complete potential of carbon farming activities. And this is where Earth observation and AI comes in. We are designing a deep tech tool that uses Earth observation together with AI and process-based models to estimate and monitor soil carbon stocks from satellite imagery. And we're talking about a 3-layer model. The first one is basically provides the carbon insights, the baseline analysis, how much carbon is in the soil at a particular moment. And then the second layer is the monitoring part, measuring, monitoring, reporting and verifying. And the third layer is the decision support. Once we have the baseline, once we have the measurements, we also provide decision support to the farmers of these companies, how they can implement regenerative agriculture carbon farming practices. So we're looking at a multi-use case solution One is medium and large agri-food firms that want to reduce their supply chain emissions, supply chain carbon footprint by using insetting, that is using interventions within the supply chain. Next is the carbon farming project developers who want to have a policy compliant and cost effective monitoring for their soil carbon activities. And the third one is the farm input producers like biochar producers or biofertilizer producers who want to demonstrate the effect of their products on soil carbon sequestration. Well, the business model is huge. We use a bottom-up approach to calculate the market in major economies, and it's about 26 billion, and we are offering the service, the tool, as a B2B software solution, and the customers are mainly agri-food corporates or even large agricultural cooperatives. So there's already activity on the traction part with pilots and proof of concept projects already going on with some agricultural cooperatives and biochar producers. This is the team behind this product. Georgi with background in management, myself, background in agroecology, and Antonella is with background in physics, and she's also co-chairing a focus group on Earth observation with Project Credible at the commission level. And also a wonderful team of interns and associates. So this is our support network, and we are raising currently our first pre-seed angel round. Thank you for listening, and let's join the journey because carbon is better in soil. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So just 1 minute to convince us why your idea is the best one and should win.
So we offer an end-to-end service starting from baseline analysis through measurement and monitoring, but also providing decision support to the farmers of these agri-food companies, and then eventually also helping with the compliance management. So we provide a service so that the agri-food company does not have to go to other service providers, and they get the full package. And like you saw, we have a stellar team led by the CTO Antonella, who is basically involved at the European Commission level in Earth observation for carbon farming. So I think the network we have, the team we have, and also basically the ideas we have. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. You can invite you to stay in the stage if you want. You can take a seat.
Okay.
So now we call the second company. So Haris Karim from Dailify. Yeah, please, stage floor. This is yours. So yeah, you will have as well 5.5 minutes. So thank you.
Cool. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here, and a pleasure to present our company, Dailify. My name's Haris Karim. I'm the CEO of Dailify, and essentially we are developing a platform that helps with providing deforestation due diligence for the rubber industry, leveraging the power of Earth's observation technology. So why now? Well, the UN Sustainable Development Goals, Goal 15, specifically focuses on life on land, but we have not been very successful in halting deforestation. Actually, deforestation rates have continued to increase, and we're losing the equivalent of 10 football fields per minute. And new research has shown that actually deforestation linked to rubber and natural rubber production has been significantly underestimated. In response to this, deforestation regulations are growing worldwide, and the UK and Europe are the leading lights here, and the EU specifically is bringing out a regulation next year called the European Union Deforestation Regulation, EUDR. So EUDR states that companies that import or export forest commodities like cocoa, coffee, natural rubber, soy, cattle, leather, etc., will all need to be deforestation free from 2026, and they'll also need to be legally harvested according to the laws of the land of production. And so these companies and rubber companies will need to have Earth observation expertise to understand the provenance of where their commodities are coming from, and then be able to prove and conduct due diligence that that rubber has come from an area that is deforestation free. There are a number of challenges that they are encountering. One is inefficient data collection. They're having to gather all the geolocation and polygon information from all of their supply chain. They lack the risk capabilities in order of assessing the deforestation-free nature of the natural rubber. They also have to manage all that information and pass it through the supply chain from the plantation owner to the producer, to the manufacturer, to the exporter, to the importer within the EU. And the risk of non-compliance is up to 4% of the importer's EU turnover. So a big risk. So why us? Well, my name's Harris. As I mentioned, my background is in sustainability consulting and compliance reporting. I've done that for many years. And so I understand the unique challenges that these businesses will come under. And my CTO has built software applications for many years. We're also backed by world-class exports from commodities to supply chains to remote sensing to support us on our mission. So what's the big idea? Well, we're developing a B2B SaaS product that essentially provides deforestation risk analytics for natural rubber plantations. We're also providing a supply chain traceability application. So the rubber company can track the provenance through the supply chain, and a compliance solution that governs all of the information and data required to conduct the due diligence, which is the EU importer's obligation. Our unique value proposition is we're specifically focusing on natural rubber. We're combining the Earth observation intelligence with AI to provide speed and accuracy in a lot of the work that we do. And we have the perfect team in terms of sustainability and compliance expertise. We've only started the company 8 months ago, and we've had great traction over the last couple of months, getting into accelerator programs, getting into the ESA BIC program, having our first revenue as well to support clients with EUDR compliant shipments. And actually, we are working on the current on a natural rubber shipment from India, which will be the first EUDR compliant into Europe next year. So what's the secret sauce? Well, we're developing Earth observation capabilities to support the EUDR compliance activities. So essentially using Sentinel-2 imagery and applying AI to improve the speed of accuracy and ensuring that the product and those polygons are deforestation-free by nature. The market opportunity for specifically rubber is vast as we talk about natural rubber products and derived products like gloves and tires, which is significant, and will grow outward from there. Our competitors in this space have broad capabilities, and they focus largely on the enterprise clients, and we're focusing on the medium-sized clients that need our support and don't have that in-house EU expertise. And our opportunity is to start with rubber and then expand out, not just into EUDR, but also the UK is bringing out a Forest Risk Commodities Act, and various other countries across the world were also bringing out their own sustainability regulations focused on deforestation-free. So our mission is to make it simple and easy for companies to comply with EUDR, and our vision is really to protect our planet's forests, the natural biodiversity, and nature at large. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We invite you also to reply in 1 minute why you believe you're the best one. You will need to win this award.
Yeah, so obviously fantastic companies that have pitched and will be pitching. But the reason why I think we should win, we have the best team for this specific idea. We have the experience that can support the reason for supporting these companies in this space. We've developed our own in-house proprietary algorithm to support with natural rubber plantation classification in comparison to natural and virgin forests. And we also have made great progress in the last 8 months, getting into the ESA BIC program and also revenue from clients to support us. Thank you very much.
Please invite you as well to stay. Thank you so much. So we give now the floor to Martin Giussi, Space Mission Manager and Business Developer of Kappa Zeta. So you will have as well 5.5 minutes to present your pitch and to defend it. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks very much. I'm Martin from Kappa Zeta, and we are here to provide high-accuracy timber and carbon stock measurements from space. We started our business in 2017 by building the world's first aerial monitoring system for an agricultural paying agency in Estonia. And since then, we are offering this service in Estonia, and since last year, also in Denmark. And we are developing other Earth observation applications, mainly in the forestry and defense domain, with the Estonian public sector currently being our main customer. So the problem that we are all really facing here is climate emergency, and particularly the world's forests are a crucial component in the carbon cycle, yet we collectively do not have a good enough understanding on where the forests really are and how they are doing. So the information about the forests is fragmented and localized, and national and regional level decisions are often taken based on out-of-date statistical data. Moreover, the global carbon market that has specifically been ignited to incentivize the private sector to fight climate change has been facing serious reliability and greenwashing claim issues in the past years. We are developing an Earth observation mission to help tackle this information gap and the market transparency. And we aim to do that by enabling forest height and volume measurements from space globally, bi-weekly, and in a very cost-efficient manner. So the way we plan to do that is by flying small passive receiver satellites with an existing powerful illuminator, such as the Sentinel-1. By capturing the Sentinel-1 signals from multiple angles, we can effectively create a 3D model of the forest, and therefore enable very high accuracy in forest height and volume measurements. And also by relying on an existing powerful illuminator and having only to build the passive receivers, we can stay on the microsatellite level and therefore enable this mission with a very low cost. So based on the science done with the TandemX mission of Germany, we know that the accuracy levels that we can achieve are very, very high. And we can sell this information globally to the carbon, forestry, and defense markets, which are all huge and growing. So the particular information we will be delivering to the customers is carbon stock measurements for forest carbon project developers and buyers, forest inventory information for forestry companies and the public sector, and forest permeability information to the defense forces. We distinguish from other methods by being the best combination of high accuracy, scalability, high revisit, and cost effectiveness thanks to our low mission costs. So for the past year, we have been forming user relationships, collecting requirements and developing our mission concept. And in parallel, we are already developing our end data product based on existing EO data sources and simulating the bistatic component using TandemX data. So therefore, we can reach the market even before we launch our own satellites. And once we launch our own satellites in 2028, we can offer dense time series of high accuracy data. And we plan to combine public and private funding for the mission. We have already raised around 1 million of non-equity funding and 500,000 of equity funding. And next year, we're planning our seed round. So the long-term vision, if we really want to make an impact on the world, we must not stop just with one mission. We need to make these passive receivers flying with SAR satellites a norm. And thankfully, the continuous Copernicus program helps us to do so also for the next generations of satellites. Our team is a winning combination of space, GIS, and business expertise. And we have the best combination of angel investors and external advisors for our company, as we have the principal investigators of both ESA's Harmony and Sesame mission as our consultants. And we have a number of industry experts and policy experts to help reach the customers that we need. So this was my time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. So we invite you to take as well the same kind of questions. So you have 1 minute to convince us why you're the best one. Thank you.
It is because the impact of this mission can really be very, very big. So this multistatic SAR data, increasing the accuracy of the existing SAR missions, can basically enable much more new applications. It can enhance the value proposition of all of these other companies that have pitched here. And effectively, the data itself can be just used for so many applications. It's tackling the problem that the current EO uptake is really facing, and that's the accuracy problem, that people are seeing EO as a kind of a low accuracy alternative to terrestrial methods.
Thank you very much.
All
So
right,
we
thanks so
invite
much.
you to stay, and we invite also to come to the next speaker. So Isabel Hubner, the CEO and founder of PITS. So yeah, the stage is yours, sorry, and you will have as well 5.5 minutes. Thank you.
Welcome everyone, my name is Isabel, CEO and founder of PITS, and I'm here today to share a well-kept secret with you. We know how to avoid over 5% of global carbon emissions. How? By restoring peatlands. Peatlands are the most powerful natural carbon sinks we have on Earth. They are storing twice as much carbon as all forests on Earth together. But when degraded for agricultural usage, they turn into a major carbon emission source, releasing the CO2 equivalent of 410 million fossil fuel cars per year. Lately, new EU regulations require 30% of peatlands being restored by 2030. Traditional land use becomes obsolete and leaving landowners seeking urgently for a solution that is both profitable but sustainable. To solve this challenge, a multidisciplinary approach is necessary. PITS combines expertise in Earth observation, climate science, carbon programs, and business development. Our diverse and experienced team brings a lot of hours within scaling startups and also like managing soil carbon programs. And together with the support of our experienced board, we are ready to deliver scalable and impactful solutions. PITS is developing a fully integrated approach to transform peatlands from degraded back into a valuable nature asset. Our digital platform is meant to manage the green transition from peatland being degraded back into full nature and a natural carbon sink. We provide landowners with the necessary tools to remotely monitor the carbon uptake, to certify the carbon reductions, and also the sales of carbon credits. This unique approach enables a sustainable revenue stream and ensures full compliance with evolving regulations around peatlands. The core of our solution is a satellite data-based monitoring technology utilizing the latest research from the Technical University of Denmark. By integrating advanced deep learning algorithms with Sentinel-1 and 2 data, PITS can track the peatland health and carbon dynamics with unmatched precision. Our unique carbon model goes beyond the soil, utilizing insights from peatland health, biomass, and soil moist. This enables the scalable monitoring of carbon and also gets rid of the need for costly soil samples by automatically adjusting to local circumstances of any kind of peatland. PITS monitoring technology and a fully integrated approach sets us apart. Unlike fragmented alternatives, we offer the monitoring, carbon certification, and sales management in one single solution, enabling our landowners to efficiently restore the peatlands and monetize the environmental impact through carbon credits. At our demonstration site in Soholt, Denmark, we are collaborating closely with one of our first mover customers called Philip Lüttichau, together with leading partners in space, universities, and nature conservation. Together, we discovered the potential of restoring 40 hectares of his peatland, removing 800 tons of CO2 per year, and resulting in a revenue per year of 6,000 euros. Our pilot projects in Denmark are the first step into a rapidly growing market, driven by the tightening regulations around peatlands. In Europe alone, we have 13 million hectares of peatland who need to be restored, creating a clear demand for a scalable monitoring solution. Our roadmap scales from Denmark to Germany, followed by the Baltics and other Nordic regions, and unlocks a hidden opportunity both for the environment but also from an economic perspective. Our next steps are focusing on finalizing our carbon model and also the carbon certification process. At the same time, we are preparing for our rollout in Denmark for next year. With the support of the CommEO Award, we would boost our development by refining our technology and also accelerate our scaling plans. To finalize our Denmark rollout and also preparing for the expansion over Europe, we are seeking for 330,000 euros in pre-seed funding for next year, and this funding will drive us to a break-even point within 2 years by scaling our dual revenue model from reliable subscription monitoring and high-margin carbon credit sales. Thank you. Let's connect, let's have a chat, and turn this environmental challenge into a long-lasting impact. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I invite you also to take the same question. You have 1 minute to say why you believe you need to win this
All right.
award.
Yeah. So PEATS is more than a monitoring technology. It's a comprehensive solution that empowers landowners with the biggest challenge, turning their profitable land back into nature. So we help them to turn their economic loss into a valuable asset that can be both profitable and sustainable. At the same time, it's a huge impact topic that is completely overlooked right now. Peatlands are the most efficient solution when it comes to decarbonize our world with nature-based solutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we invite you also to stay while the last speaker is called. So please, Daniele De Vecchi, CTO from Ticino Aerospace, take the stage, have as well 5.5 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. And tonight I'm going to explain a bit what we do with Saturnalia. This is Luigi's wheat field. He was struck by a strong wind event last summer. Lucky for him, he was insured. He had a crop insurance coverage. So he filed a claim, and soon after, 2 loss adjusters went to visit him and to evaluate the damage. What does it mean to evaluate the damage? Well, the 2 loss adjusters first have to understand what are the locations of the fields that are affected. Second, they have to really estimate what is the amount of damage in terms of extension and in terms of quality. Then they have to check the pre- and post-event data to really understand if there was the event. And then they have to negotiate with Luigi's for the final payout. This takes at least 3 hours. So as you may see, the process is time-consuming, it's inefficient, so it takes a lot of time. What is our solution? Our solution is to leverage Earth observation, specifically daily satellite monitoring, to really enhance the job of loss adjusters by saving their time, going up from 70% of the process, by providing them with accurate analysis. Thinking about the picture that you saw at the beginning, the estimate would be done maybe walking up a hill, while in this case it will be provided by satellites with an estimate of the extension. Plus, our service can also help in further reduction, saving hundreds of thousands of euros just by checking what is available. Saturnalia comes as a platform with AI models built in to access the damage. So we provide the percentage of extension of damage. We fill it up with weather data and also a way to compare the data and facilitate the job of the loss adjusters. What was the journey to date? First, we received an incubed project from the European Space Agency with 600,000 euros of funds. Then we managed to secure a first beta customer from the insurance world, and then we developed the first AI model on wind damage, and we are developing the other ones. Saturnalia is offered as a software as a service with a price of €3 per hectare per year. The service is highly scalable as there are no sensors involved, so there is no need for installation. Plus, it is global ready, so everywhere in the world the system can be up and running in just a couple of hours. Well, the markets, satellites have no borders, and keep in mind that just 40% of the total agriculture market is covered by an insurance, so there is still 60% which is uncovered, which is a lot. From our side, Italy has 1.3 million hectares insured, so there is a ton, more or less 10% of the entire market, so we are below the average, and the other countries are really uncovered as well. From our perspective, we plan to acquire 2 major business players, achieving more or less 20% of the insurance market. We are in advanced discussions with top-tier insurance companies, and we managed to get their trust and to show them that the product is working, and we tested it in the field. For example, one of the POC involved the collection of data for more than 2,000 claims using our app, and we are discussing with others to use the same data as well. There are competitors in the market, and what differentiates us from them is the high quality and the higher visit time of the data that we use, the global coverage that we can provide, plus the AI-based damage assessment that we already provide and all the pilot cases that we have completed with insurance companies. We are a team of satellite data experts. Me and the co-founders have experience. We have PhD in remote sensing, and we have experience also in the insurance sector. We have been in the company for 10 years, and we work with insurance companies, and we know how to gain their trust, and we know how to speak their language. We are currently seeking 1 million in seed round. Half of it is already secured with an investor, so we are looking for someone else to cover the other half. And this is how we plan to spend it. Most of it will be spent in the research and development to create the other models and to validate them, and then to expand the market. Why now? Well, as you may see from the conference, the AO market is booming, and we think that it's time now to really develop and to really go closer to the users and find a way to really build a market for this data. And well, climate change is in front of us, and agriculture is what is putting food in our table, and it's a market that must be protected, and insurance can play a role with it. So Saturnalia is the way, from our point of view, to empower the agriculture resilience together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Daniele, I invite you also to take the same kind of question, where you believe you will be to become the winner of today.
Yeah. I think I have two points. One, based on what was also said this morning by Simonetta, is that one of the main issues that were coming out from his presentation is that there is a lack of knowing what are the user needs in respect of what we can build from Earth observation. There is still this lack, and I think that from our point of view, we really spoke a lot with potential customers, and we really understood what are their needs. We also went with them in the field to really understand how the loss adjusters work. So it was not, these times were not made up. We really saw them operating, and we saw what are the pain points that they are suffering every day. And the other thing is that well, we are a strong team, and we really think that this tool can really benefit not just insurance companies, this is just the vector that is going to really push the resilience, which is the need for the agriculture market now to be protected.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we reached the end. So we saw many different applications, nice ideas covering upstream, downstream, new markets, new opportunities. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for attending the session. And now I think we
remind that the award will take place at 8 o'clock. So please come to see who is going to be the winners, who are going to be the winners.
Yeah. Thank you.